What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, CZ is under fire again. From what I see, there's a new article that's out here that I want to go into and just talk about because it's just interesting to see these different things, and I'm going to go into it and talking about how CZ and Binance face this new lawsuit for alleged laundering of stolen cryptocurrency. And how this could affect cryptocurrency overall. I think it honestly is something that may hold a little bit of weight because there's a ton about crypto that people don't understand and how to connect it. I was just talking to somebody about the fact that the US government hasn't been able to collect a ton of money or taxes that needed to be paid from crypto transactions because of the fact that it's very difficult to track, right? And you also don't have tax form for it unless you are part of Coinbase. And I don't know if Kraken has a tax form, but um, it's very difficult to track down. Um, so when it comes to money laundering, obviously there's exchanges that don't put up with that stuff, and especially if you're U.S. Regulated, right? Like a Coinbase exchange and how it's a publicly traded company. Um, but if you are a Binance, if you are a KuCoin, if you are a HG or Crypto.com or whatever, you may have that little bit of leeway, that little bit of room to say, well, I don't really have to spend too much time on regulating this portion of it. But how do you honestly know about that, right? Um, Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want to trade on Margex, feel free to use my link for Margex down below where you can trade up to a 100x leverage on BTC, 50x leverage on XRP, and Jasmy Coin and Solana, and then 25x leverage on meme coins. Feel free to check out my links down below. But this is very, very interesting. And the reason why it's interesting is because it brings back into light, CZ and kind of puts him back into some trouble here. Not only by himself, but also with Binance as a whole. Now, this is a class action lawsuit that's kind of going off of what was once before, where you had the idea of money laundering and them admitting to the fact that money laundering happens on there, and they tend to kind of ignore it a bit rather than the way that some of these other companies or other exchanges will do things, right? Maybe they do it in a way when they know that stolen funds have been a thing. Whenever you see money that comes from that wallet or the place where it was stolen, it's not accepted into that exchange because if it goes into an exchange, it's now put into a large pool. It's like if I threw my dirty water into your pool water, it now makes your entire pool dirty. You can't find a way to take out that water anymore and put it over here. You now have to dump the entire pool out because it's contaminated, right? Obviously there's ways to do that with pool water. Let's just say it's toxic waste. If it's toxic waste, you can't now take that toxic waste and just take it back out because it's mixed all in, right? That's the same way exchanges really work. So anyways, let's talk about the details of this. One legal expert says if the class action lawsuit progresses, it could put the efficacy of blockchain analytics itself on trial, which I guess is true. Binance and his former CEO, CZ, are facing a new class action lawsuit from the three crypto investors who say they couldn't recover their stolen assets because the exchange failed to prevent money laundering. Now, most people would look at that statement right there and they would be like, oh, the exchange couldn't prevent it from happening. There's so many instances to where that could be the case as well. That also brings into a problem, right? If you have stolen funds, they have an easy way of kind of washing that, unless you have a process to not do that, to kind of say no to those people and track down those people in some form or fashion. And then August 16th, class action lawsuit filed in the United States District Court for the Western District of Washington, Seattle. The plaintiffs allege their crypto was stolen and the funds were sent to Binance by the thieves to remove the connection between the ledger and their digital assets, making them untraceable. Just like I said, going into that pool, and you have that toxic waste there. And you're trying to track down it, but you can't track it down. The plaintiffs argue that a key contribute of crypto transactions is a permanent record of those transactions on the blockchain, which makes them permanently and accurately traceable. um, Accurately traceable. Therefore, without a place to launder crypto, such as Binance.com, if a bad actor steals someone else's crypto, there is a risk, and the authorities would eventually track down, I can't track them down by tracing their steps on the blockchain. The class action suit alleges plaintiffs say Binance was an essential part of the money laundering process, which violates racketeer, um, influenced, and corrupt organization. Binance in a tough spot over the class action lawsuit. Bill Hughes, senior counsel and director of global regulatory matters at Ethereum development firm Consensus, says he's dubious about their whether the suit will be able to prove these allegations. In August 20 X post, Hughes said the new class action suit was a natural predictable natural predictable follow-on civil action that seeks to capitalize on government prosecutions. However, Hughes also said the lawyer puts Binance in a tough lawsuit puts Binance in a tough position, and said it could have significant ramifications for the crypto industry if it ever went to trial. And I guess you can say that that's true, right? Because if you look at all the detail, one action, it causes a reaction, which you end up having that effect to everybody else, right? Everybody else was affected in a way. If you had your money stolen, it's an easy way to have them get away. Now, would you then sue Toyota for a bank robbery because you had that bank robbery that happened? They stole all this money. They took it from customer accounts, and now customers are they don't have any money. I know you are you're insured up to 250,000 and all that stuff. Let's say that that's out the window, and they took the money, but they took it out of your account or took it out of your safety deposit box, and now you don't have what your item is or what your money is. Are you then going to sue Toyota because they were the getaway vehicle? It's like that's kind of the way that I look at it. It doesn't make sense. And while there should be some sort of maybe payment towards money that is stolen, but then it's just a never-ending cycle of money that gets paid out to individuals that may have gone to Binance or gone to another platform, and it's just an endless cycle of lawsuits that you can't fully prove that that's where the money truly went. Right now, if you could find a way to trace it to that point, then yes, it opens it up. But the problem is that you're going to have many people that claim that this can happen or this has happened without the actual data bringing up the transactions that are happening from that place that stole the money. So it just doesn't make sense. I really think that it could be detrimental to crypto, but if you look at money in general, if I have a dollar, right, and let's say someone does something illegally, and you gather all of this money in, if you wanted to do that through a business, you could do it through a business. Would you then sue that business for going bankrupt and you not getting your product in time or something? No, like that's the way that it just doesn't line up. It doesn't make sense to me to take this action to then sue Binance for the action of somebody else. If they find a way out, then they found that way out. However, Binance, has come out and, stated that they will crack down on a lot of this stuff, taking action, but it doesn't make sense to completely open up this never-ending cycle of lawsuits that could happen. And this is a class action lawsuit, so everybody can really join in on this lawsuit as well. But I don't see the point in it. I really don't. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think that they should be fully held accountable in every single instance and they should pay out everybody, because then maybe that ends up being the downfall of Binance, and if you're a fan of crypto, that wouldn't be great at all. That's like saying, hey, this is going to be the downfall of USTC or USDT, not USTC, but USDT, because all of these people need to be paid out in a certain suit. Maybe they're paid $6.75 per person, but that's millions of people, right? That could have been affected. So I don't see the point in it. I guess it's just another lawsuit that I feel like won't actually have any full legitimacy behind it. But that's just my opinion. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an expert in law. I'm not an expert in business law. I'm not an expert in, honestly, anything. I'm an expert in just being myself. That's what I am. So this is my opinion. I want to know what your opinion is. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.